Good morning. Today we are going to start our third part of our class, isn't it? Okay. In the previous class, we had discussed on the topic properties of matter, changes of state, etc. So today we are going to learn different topics, that is diffusion. Second one, pure substances. And the third one, mixture. So what are the topics today we are going to learn? Diffusion, pure substances and mixture. Here our first topic is diffusion. Okay. Before that we have to know what is meant by diffusion. What is the meaning of diffusion? Okay. So diffusion is known as spreading property. Okay. So spreading property is otherwise known as diffusion. Another type, we have a definition for diffusion. That is, diffusion is the spontaneous process. Spontaneous means a continuous process. Okay. So diffusion is the spontaneous process having a freedom of movement. That is, particles having a freedom of movement. So what is meant by diffusion? Diffusion is a spontaneous process of particles having a freedom of movement. This diffusion can occur in all the states like solid, liquid and gases. Okay. So solid, liquid and gases. In these all the states diffusion can occur because in three states molecules are arranged in a different manner. Okay. Here in solid, what is the arrangement of molecules? Is tightly packed. We already discussed this topic, isn't it? Second one, in liquid, arrangement of molecule is slightly looser. What about in gaseous molecules? Arrangement of molecule is far distant away. Okay, so in these three states, in which of these states diffusion can occur very fast? Compare all the states, solid, liquid or gases. In gaseous state, because in gaseous state arrangement of molecules are very slightly loosely packed. Okay, very far distant away. That's why a diffusion is very faster in gaseous molecules, because gaseous molecules having very loosely packed molecules. So what is meant by diffusion? Diffusion is the spreading property. Here we have some examples for diffusion. Okay, first one, spreading of the smell of fruits. Second one, smell of hot food, smell from flowers. So we already know this type of examples in our daily life. Okay, so here diffusion is the spontaneous process of particles that have a freedom of movement. Okay, so once again repeating, what is meant by diffusion? Diffusion is the spontaneous process. Spontaneous means a continuous process because all these states have freedom of movement. Okay, in gaseous state the diffusion is more, because in gaseous state arrangement of molecule is very loosely packed. Okay, for example, smell of hot food, smell from flowers and spreading of the smell of fruits. These are the examples for diffusion process. Here in our textbook, it contains one activity. Okay, first of all, we are taking iodine solution. Iodine for example. Okay, generally what is the color of iodine? That is in violet color. Okay, so this iodine solution is taken in a test tube. Okay, so first of all we are taking iodine solution in a test tube. This iodine has one property. What is that? That a solid substances, when applying heat, this iodine is directly converted into gaseous form. Okay, so when we are applying heat, this iodine is directly converted into gas form. What is the name of that process? In the previous class we had discussed. What is the name of that process? When a solid directly converted into gas form without changing liquid. That process is known as sublimation. Okay. Can you remember this? Sublimation. So what is meant by sublimation? Sublimation is a process that is when a solid directly changes into gas form. Here, this iodine also directly changes into vapor form. Okay. So first of all, we are taking one test tube, and in the test tube, we are taking iodine solution. Okay. And we have to take one more test tube and put it in the inverted position. Okay, so here we are taking two test tubes, 1 and 2. First test tube we are taking iodine solution, and in the second test tube it is set in the inverted position. Okay, now we have to apply heat. When applying heat, this iodine solution get vaporized and converted into gas form. Okay, so finally this iodine converted into gas form and settled here in the upper part of the test tube. Okay, now we have to compare upper and lower part of test tube. That is, in upper part the color of iodine is very denser. The color of iodine is very denser. Denser means very dark. But in the lower test tube, the color of iodine is fade. Actually, what happens here? When the iodine is converted into gaseous form, its color becomes fade because it totally converted into gaseous form. Okay. So in first test tube, we are taking iodine solution. When we are applying heat, this iodine is converted into gaseous form, and this part become very denser, and this part become very faded color. Faded means very light color. Okay, actually what is the color of iodine? Violet color. So here we can see dark violet color, but here we can see only a light form of violet color. Okay, so this is one kind of diffusion. Okay, so what we are taking here, once again repeating, we have to take two test tube. In first test tube, we should take iodine solution, and the second test tube, we have to set in the test tube in the inverted position. Okay. Now we have to apply heat on the first test tube, and the iodine is vaporized and form gaseous molecules. Here we have to observe the upper and lower part of the test tube. What happens here? Upper part of the test tube becomes very darker, and lower part of the test tube becomes very faded color. Okay, so this is an example for diffusion. Here one more example I am doing. Let me take some potassium permanganate crystal. Okay, did you see the crystal? Potassium permanganate. It is in violet color like iodine solution. Okay, now I am taking some water in this beaker. Now I am going to add this potassium permanganate into this beaker. Okay, so listen to me. See the changes. What happened? This potassium permanganate is completely dissolved in this solution and forming a different color of solution. Okay, this is also one kind of diffusion, example of one kind of diffusion. So diffusion is the spontaneous process, that is the continuous process taking place in all the state, but especially in liquid and gaseous state. Okay, so these are the examples for diffusion. So once again, what are the examples of diffusion? Spreading of the smell of fruits, smell of hot food, smell from flowers. Okay, so next we shall move on the second topic. Okay, that is pure substances. What is mean by pure substances? Pure means it contains only one element. Okay, so pure means it contains only one element, and these substances are same, that is identical in nature. This is the property of pure substances, identical in nature. Actually, what is the meaning of identical? Identical means same property. Okay. So here pure substances are contain only one element. That element are identical in nature. Identical means which have same property in nature. Example, gold, salt, sugar, like that. Okay. So this salt, sugar and gold itself contain only one molecule. Okay. Only one element. That is known as pure substances. So pure substances contains only one element and it is in identical property. Identical means the same property in nature. The opposite concept of this pure substance is mixture. Okay. So our third topic is mixture. First one, pure substances and mixture. So now we have to know what is the main difference between these pure substances and mixture. Okay. So pure substances contain only one element. But here mixture contain more than one element. Okay. So mixture contain more than one element. And here the pure substances are having same property. Same means it is a scientific name, identical. Okay, identical property. And here mixture has different property. So this is the main difference. Okay, identical and a different property. Here for pure substances, the examples are sugar, salt, etc. Gold like. Okay. Next, here mixtures. The examples of mixtures are sugar solution. I'm taking sugar solution here. Okay. Then salt solution. Here, what is the difference between these two compounds? Here, pure substances contains only sugar, but mixtures contains sugar solution. Sugar solution contains two components like sugar and water. Okay, so it contains more than one element. That's why it is called as mixture. So here also salt solution. So salt solution contains how many components? Salt as well as water. Okay, so it is refers to mixture form. But here sugar, salt are the examples of pure substances. It contains only one element. Here we are taking in the solution form. That's why the sugar as well as water. Okay, so sugar is combined with water. Here salt is combined with water. So more than one compound. It contains more than one component. That's why it is called as mixture. It contains only one element. That's why it is called as pure substances. So once again repeating, what are the three difference between pure substances and mixture? First one, pure substances contains only one element. Here mixture contains more than one element. Okay. What is the second difference? Here pure substances are identical in nature. Identical means which have same property. Okay. Here mixtures are different property. That is salt have different property and water have different property like that. Here third are the examples. Examples of pure substances are sugar, salt, etc. Here examples of mixtures are sugar solution, salt solution, etc. Okay. I think you have understood this topic. Shall we move on the next topic? Next, we have daily life examples. Okay, so in our daily life, we have occasions on the separating of components. That is, different types of components are to be separated. Like we can separate tea drug. Tea drug. Tea drug means contains tea particles. Okay, so tea drug from tea. Then common salt. That is separation of salt from seawater. We already discussed these topics in lower classes, isn't it? So tea drug from tea, salt from seawater. These are the examples of method of separation. Okay. Now we are going to see some method of separation and their property. Okay. So first, I'm going to write filtration process. Okay. So here, tea drug from tea. What is the method here we are using to separate tea drug from tea? Filter, no, using filter. So that process is known as filtration process. So using filtration process, we can separate tea drug from tea. Okay. So here, what is the reason for this separation? Because on the size of particle, the size of particle is very large. That's why we are using filtration process. So what is the reason behind this? That is based on the size of particles. Okay. So first we are using the method tea drug from tea. The method is known as filtration method. What is the reason for this? Because of the size of particles. This is the first one. Okay. Now second one, we already know common salt from seawater. This is the name of method, common salt from seawater. Actually, what is the common method to separate salt from seawater? We already know. What is the method? Yes, evaporation. Did you know what is mean by evaporation? When we are applying heat, the water becomes water vapor and the balanced salt is separated in that flask. That is known as evaporation. Okay, here we are using evaporation method for separating common salt from seawater. Okay, so what is the reason for this? Because this salt, this water has a volatile property. Volatile means evaporated property. Okay, easily evaporated property. Here, which of these components have volatile property? Here we are using salt as well as water. Which of the components have volatile property here? Water. Okay, so what is meant by volatile? Volatile means easily evaporated property. So water becomes evaporated and the balanced salt is separated in that flask. Okay, so this is the second one. So once again repeating, first one, what is the method? Tea drug from tea. We are using filtration process because reason is size of particles. Second, we are using common salt from seawater. Method is evaporation. Reason is because water have a volatile property. Okay. What is the meaning of volatile? Evaporated. Okay. Evaporated property. Then third one, we are going to separate chaff from paddy. Okay. Chaff. That is unwanted particles present in paddy. Chaff from paddy. For this process, we are using winnowing method. Winnowing method. Okay. So, we can separate chaff from paddy by using winnowing method. What is the reason for this? Because these two particles have different weight. Okay. Chaff and paddy have different weight. So here the reason is weight of the particles. Next, last one, we are using that is iron particles. Any iron particles mixed with sand or any other component. Okay. So for this process, we are using the method magnetic separation because this iron have magnetic property, isn't it? So that's why we are using magnetic separation process. We are using magnetic separation because the reason is this iron has a magnetic property. Okay. So iron has magnetic property. So once again, these two separation of chaff from paddy, we are using winnowing method. The reason is weight of the particles. Okay. Next one, iron mixed with sand or any other materials that can be used to separate magnetic separation method. The reason for this is iron has a magnetic property. Here we can recall these 4 points. First one, what is that? First one, separation of tea drug from tea. What is the method? Filtration. Okay. What is the reason for that? Because of the size of particles. Here second one is, which one is second? Separation of common salt from seawater. What is the method we are using here? Evaporation method. Then what is the reason for that method? Because water has a which property? That special name is known as volatile property. Okay, so volatile means evaporated property. What is the third one we are using here? Chaff from paddy. So chaff from paddy is separated by winnowing method because the reason is weight in difference. Then next one we are using which method? Iron mixed with any material or sand. We are using magnetic separation because what is that? This iron has a magnetic property. So here what are the methods? 4 methods we are using. First one, filtration. Second one, evaporation. Third one, winnowing. Fourth one, magnetic separation. So what are the 4 methods? Filtration, evaporation, winnowing, and fourth one is magnetic separation. Okay. Okay. Next, we have another topic based on this concept. Okay. That another topic we will see in the next class. Now we can revise this once again. Okay. Today class, what and all the topics we had discussed? First one. First is which topic is first one? Diffusion process. Okay. What is meant by diffusion? Diffusion is the spontaneous process. Spontaneous means a continuous process that takes place in all the state such as solid, liquid and gases. Okay. Okay. What are the examples for diffusion? We can saw here. First one, spreading of the smell of fruits, smell of hot food, smell from flowers. Okay. Then we have another activity for diffusion. Okay. What is that another activity? First of all, we are taking 2 test tubes. In first test tube, we are taking iodine solution. And second test tube is inverted in inverted position. And when we are applying heat, this iodine get vaporized. And compare 2 parts of the test tube. What happens here? The upper part of the test tube becomes very denser and lower part of the test tube becomes very faded color. Okay, because this iodine is get vaporized. This is also one kind of diffusion. And we did see another experiment or activity. Okay, here for example, we are taking potassium permanganate crystals. This potassium permanganate is dissolved in water and form a solution. And this is also one kind of diffusion. And our next topic is pure substances. What is meant by pure substances? Pure substances have 3 characters. First one is it contains only one element, and these pure substances are identical in nature. And what are the examples of pure substances? Salt, sugar, gold, etc. Okay, so gold, water, ice, sugar, common salt, these are the examples for pure substances. What is meant by mixture? Mixtures are yes, it contains more than one component. Like mixtures are different in nature, and mixtures contains more than one component. That's why soda water, sugar solution, salt solution, muddy water. These are the examples for mixtures. And our third topic is which one? Separation of components. What are the 4 methods for separation? First one is filtration. Second one, evaporation. Third one, winnowing. And last one is magnetic separation. Okay, I think it is clear for you. Okay, so notes and everything I will send you through WhatsApp group. Thank you. Have a nice day.